We spoke about the U.S. economy and the crisis. You gave it 10 years. We spoke about the Arab world. You gave it approximately 3 to 4 years. I think you have some experience in Africa, maybe in Asia. How do you see
I'm glad you
area?
raised this point, because anybody is entitled to call me an idiot, because I would like to say that Africa is future Europe of the world. The way you see Europe today, you will see Africa. A country with tremendous resources,
That's right.
fully developed, and all it needs is to develop its infrastructure and production facilities. And the Chinese are very intelligently, very heavily involved, particularly in the commodities. They are developing partnerships. This is what I mean when I talk about partnerships which do not exist between the West and the Arab world. They are developing partnerships with commodity centers, production centers in Africa. Africa has all the resources, and actually that's why Africa has been unblessed. Because of its resources, all invaders and occupying powers wanted to use Africa as a source and sucked the resources of Africa because it has resources. So Africa will be a major. I give that 50 years, but 50 years is tomorrow, in the life of.
Let me ask you, what are the Millennium Development Goals?
The Millennium Development Goals. You come to talk about a subject which is very close to my heart. The heads of states of the world met in the year 2000 in New York at the UN and decided that they must do something about the world economy and the world poverty and the world sickness, etc. So they developed 8 goals, and under each of these 8 goals there are subtitles called targets, and they set a date for accomplishing these goals, 2015. Already 10 years have passed. And these goals refer to how to improve education in the world, particularly in the developing world. Basically, they are addressed to how to help the developing world to become developed, how to minimize diseases, including HIV, etc., how to develop economic development, and how to improve education, etc. And they set numerical targets to reduce poverty by so much, to reduce, etc. Now, 10 years have passed, as I said. On February 8th, I had the pleasure of meeting the Secretary General of the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon, and we discussed, because the United Nations just issued a report on indicators on where are we today on the achievement of these goals. And the picture is not very optimistic. So I proposed, in my capacity as the chairman of the United Nations Global Alliance on ICT and Development, I proposed that we should use one of the targets that are in the Millennium Development Goals, which says that all the above can be achieved through the use of ICT. This has not been implemented in a programmed and structured way. So he asked me to lead a global initiative, how to develop computer-aided, completely mechanized process of how to address each item in the economic development through the development of ICT techniques. And of course I asked him if he wants me to take this job. I needed his support, and he graciously, for the first time ever in the history of the United Nations, accepted to be the honorary chair of the Global Alliance and of this initiative, so that we can move with the power of the Secretary General.
Mr. Talal Abu-Ghazaleh, the chairman of the UN Global Alliance for ICT and Development and the deputy chairman for the UN Global Compact, thank you very much for being with us in this episode, and we surely wish you success in your business in the Arab world and in the West.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm proud to be here in Damascus and in Syria.
Thank you very much for being with us. And thank you everyone for being with us in overseas. Till the next episode, goodbye.